All right. Good morning, wherever you are, and welcome once again to 60 Minutes on Africa 24. And tonight, or rather this morning on Africa 24, Kenya is wondering. We woke up on Sunday, in fact, it started on Saturday. There were a lot of rumors going around about. Uh, Raila Odinga's whereabouts, and people were speculating. There were a lot of whispers about Raila Odinga or Raila Odinga's health, to the rise of you know, uh, and everybody started talking about some people were sending some funny um, messages on social media, and people were speculating about Baba's whereabouts. Now, what really was shocking at the end of the day is that the Orange Democratic Movement uh, came up with a letter stating that Baba is fine and is doing well. He's only out there on a short trip. I don't know whether you people at home saw that letter. Yeah, I believe most of you saw the letter that was addressed to specifically to the opposition leader. There was a lot of speculations around Raila Odinga's health that dominated the social media over the past few days, with conflicting reports about his whereabouts and condition. The ODM leader, who has been noticeably absent in the public functions for the last, I think, 2 weeks. He missed the Dalmas Otieno's funeral, and and that drew a lot of attention from people. And people are curious. Kenyans are curious about uh, the health of Raila Odinga. Now, reliable sources close to Odinga's family have not issued any medical statement as of today, but earlier reports his aides indicated that Raila is in good condition. That was from his press secretary, Dennis Onyango. Now, the Star newspaper uh, wrote something about the veteran opposition leader. Uh, Earlier this year, and his team dismissed the claims that he was critically ill, as that was false and speculative. Now, the silence has fueled public anxiety, amplified by social media posts claiming that he was rushed to the hospital. But remember, this Mzee is 80 years old, and once in a while he will be visiting the hospital. I don't know where there's a big issue on on his health. People just need to come out and say, "Hey, Mzee is not doing so fine. He's been rushed to hospital." It's normal. It is normal. Being a public figure, people want to know exactly what is happening. Yeah. So we found that very interesting. But here in Africa, we continue to monitor the situation about Raila Odinga's whereabouts. Later, uh, the director of communication posted an image of him watching some soccer match, but evidently that was in a room and the setup is like an hospital. So there is something going on there that people are trying to hide, and very soon people will know the truth. Kenyans are very, very curious to know what is happening. The Wiper Party responded with a letter, and I think that was a letter that was well done compared to what ODM had. The letter from the Wiper the Wiper Party was addressed the issue, but the letter from Dennis Onyango, I think it was just pointing finger to the opposition, and he should have just avoided that. Point fingers to the opposition leader. He should have addressed the matter that Baba is on a holiday or is in hospital, and he ends it there. But now pointing fingers that the the opposition leaders are the ones behind this, then again it raises a lot of questions. So, you guys, viewers at home, I mean, tell me what you feel about this particular story. If you've got another angle, or if you know the truth about this matter, please don't hesitate to comment here on Africa, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel, Africa 24 on YouTube, and follow us also on our other social pages on X. Obuya, thank you very much. And Dennis Omwenga, thank you for watching. Long time, Dennis. I've not seen you for a while. Karibu Sana Afrique, thank you. And everybody else who is watching on Mtembei Facebook, make a point of joining Afrique YouTube page so that we could share the comments that you are posting on that particular page. I will be able to look at them from this other end. We have got a lot of stories to cover. I have covered that one for Raila Odinga and the speculation about his whereabouts. Yes, people will continue talking if they don't get clear answers from their leader, and people are saying, let him come out. Now, people are also talking about the Gen Zs, why they are not registering as voters. Yes, yes, that is another issue that is rising in Kenya, that these young people are not taking votes, and they are the future. Yani hao ndio tegemeo, people are looking up to them, and people are observing them very, very keenly on what is happening. Whether they are taking votes or not. So that is also happening. Kama hujachukua kura, registration has already started. IBC is registering voters. Make sure that umeenda ukachukua kura. Yeah. So karibuni sana Africa 24 tena. And we have got that story that we've covered. About Baba's health, I still want you to leave a comment there. I want you to tell me what you feel about the two letters, because you've seen them on social media, so that we can dismiss these rumors. If you have got that information, or if you're close family members, please let us know how Baba is doing, whether he's receiving medical attention abroad, wacha tujue. Now, lack of transparency on the matter will leave us to speculate. And so his supporters are also very uneasy. Yeah. And the critics are now emboldened to talk about anything in a political landscape where trust, is like a currency. ODM may be spending their currency too fast. People are running out. Yeah, the money is running out, and people would start giving up other stories. So please, ODM movement, tell us something about it. Now, on other circles, on the opposition leader, opposition, we had said earlier on that the opposition, if they're not united, the Ruto will beat them hands down. Mupenda musipenda, mtashindwa. So long as everybody is coming up that they want to run and or they want to beat William Ruto, boss, hiyo kama umekataa kuungana na hao wengine, wewe ni project. The rise again, Matiang'i and Maraga. There are rumors that they will unite. That is a good gesture. If at all these people will unite, that will give a new voice for the people of Kisii. Fred Matiang'i, is a performer. He was the former Interior Cabinet Secretary. And David Maraga, of course, was the Chief Justice. Kenya is a retired Chief Justice. And is exploring a united opposition front with Matiang'i for the 2027 election. That's a good gesture from Maraga. Yeah, and he has launched his bid on the United Green Movement Party. United Green Movement Party leader is Agostino Neto. Anybody who remembers Agostino Neto is the former MP for Mbiwa. Neto Homeboy is the guy who has been behind the United Green Movement Party. It's been there for a while. I don't know whether they've captured any political seat in Kenya yet, but they've been there for a minute. So they're promising constitutional reforms and youth empowerment. So Matiang'i known for his no nonsense governance style. Is engaging civil society and reformist quietly on the background. Now, guys, could this be the beginning of a new political era in Kenya, or a beginning of a political era for Maraga? Yeah, because Matiang'i he has been in politics. He's been there. He knows the corridors of power quite so well. He's a technocrat who has done so well. And what is confusing among, I don't know whether you've had this conversation, that the Gen Zs are actually the ones who called Matiang'i. And again, the same Gen Zs are confusing us that they brought in also Maraga. So I don't know who's which. Sijui ni nani ndio sasa watapigia kura. But hii kura Gen Z, boss, ni 15 million. Ni 15 million. Hiyo kura ya Gen Z ni kura ya Raila Odinga na William Ruto combined. Yeah, hiyo Gen Z peke yake. So these guys are a force to reckon. If you see all the politicians are talking about uh, the Kenyan youth and the changes that they are going to bring. You saw what happened in Morocco. Mkicheza nao vijana, nakwambia, I have said it and I keep on telling you on this channel that seats that are under 20,000, ikuwe ni ya MCA, ikuwe ni ya women rep, ikuwe ni ya mbunge, 50,000 and below, nakwambia, these Gen Zs can sweep all the seats in all major towns. That is Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, and partly Kisumu, kama watakuwa wamechanuka by then. That wajue, these Gen Zs can take over if they want. Even if William Ruto wins, then the parliament will consist of very young leaders. So we wait to see whether their silence it means that they are strategizing or organizing themselves, for the change that I think is coming in 2027. They might probably not change William Ruto, but many MPs, including civic leaders, might go home because of these young people. There are people who make noise on social media or in the county assemblies, and yet the votes they accumulated was only 6,000. In Nairobi alone, these people are 2 million. So unasema nini? Ni kubaya. Colleges zote, I mean, it's almost 2 million, and those who are jobless are also there. So the issue ati kuna majenzis wa ODM na nini, those ones don't count. This movement is uh, tribeless. Wale kama uko nayo ni bahati yenyu, but majority of them I think are on the opposition. If you share the same sentiments, please niambie if you think that the majority of Gen Zs are on the opposition. Me, definitely, I think so. Larry Ops, thank you for tuning on Africa. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Thank you very much for tuning on Africa. Asanteni sana, karibuni sana tena Africa. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on our pages. If you like this content, please. We are not biased. We don't follow any other political leader. For us, we analyze the politics, how it is, how it's unfolding, who is gaining the numbers, who is losing. And as I told you this week, ODM does not have numbers. It is the only party that is losing. It's not gaining anything new. It is just losing its numbers rapidly, and they need to do something about it. The leadership in ODM needs to change very, very fast. It's no longer the strong party that it used to be. It can barely field candidates in Kisi. It cannot field candidates in strongholds like Malava. That was their stronghold. So that tells you that there is something that is happening there that is not right. Mm. Is it the corruption? Corruption ya maticket ndio inawafanya hivi? Basi inaweza kuwa pia. But leadership is also evolving. People want new people. People want new people in these places. And the young people could be the answer. It could be the answer to leadership in Kenya. This young movement and their voices are not just in Kenya alone. You saw what happened in Morocco. They're the driving political force in the world today, and you ignore them at your own peril. Mukiwa ignore, and this time round they are like determined to participate in the electoral process. For us, we want good governance, we want good leadership, we want a presidency that is accountable to the people who elected them, and an opposition that can check the government, or a parliament that can check the excesses in government. So that is exactly what we want. Now, beyond the Kenyan border political tensions between, I don't know whether I call it political tensions. I understand that some two Kenyan activists have been abducted in Uganda after attending a rally by Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine is also a young leader that is pushing the youth in Uganda. So this youth movement, it's in Jezo. It's like a cancer that will capture Africa. So you just wait and see what will happen. I have also seen a video going around of a soldier in Tanzania for the first time. They are saying that, hey, huku si kuzuri. I don't know whether you've seen that video going around on social media. Yeah. Na hiyo sio AI warning that things are not good in Tanzania. So Tanzanians, huko, we pray for you. I know you have got a tyrant also there who is detaining the opposition. There's no freedom of speech in Tanzania. So we pray for you people of Tanzania that you can wake up and start fighting for your rights. This country does not belong. This countries do not belong to the politicians. It belongs to us. Sisi ndio wenye nchi na sisi ndio tunaandika kina Suluhu kazi. So you need to rise up. You need to rise up. Msikaliwe hivyo sana. So the message for this guy was very chilling and decent. And I think maybe he's already arrested by now. So we wait to see. I'll be following up that story. And if I have that clip, ndawachezea hapa kwa Africa, muone what these people are talking about. Yep. So basically, things are not very good. As we said, Gashagwa, I think he's come to his senses that they need to unite with the opposition, and one so much is also happening in other circles. We have got other leaders like Fred Ogola who is saying that nini. Fred anasema nini huko? Fred anasema how many trillions have been stolen or cannot be accounted for? About 2.3 trillion. The government, and Fred is also a presidential candidate and is an economist. Professor Fred Ogola. I don't know whether you follow Professor Fred Ogola on the social media spaces. This guy is very authentic. He's very, very authentic when he's talking about accountability and corruption. You need to follow him on his page or when he's having those interviews. He's one of those guys that is very articulate, and I saw on one of the interviews that Kenya has lost how much? Kenya has lost. What is Ogola saying? Yeah, this is the guy. This is the gentleman, Fred, the guy in orange. He was saying that Kenya has lost 2.3 trillion, lost just in the 3 years. Yeah, and Fred is also a governance expert. He has already sounded the alarm, citing what he's saying is that there are weak institutions and unchecked corruption. A petition has been filed demanding reforms. The numbers are staggering, and the silence from the leadership. Mbadi needs to say something about this, as we prepare for the 2027 election. So the fight against corruption maybe is something that will define the issues in 2027. So, but again, what really is perplexing is that do Kenyans vote on issues? Wewe hebu jiulize, si upiga kura juu ya issues ama si upiga kura juu umepatiwa kitu kadogo? Yeah, wewe unapigaga kura aje? Those who are watching at home, those who are watching in the office, those who are listening to this, how do you normally vote? Do you normally vote because your church leaders told you to vote in a particular manner, or your political leader has told you to vote for this particular candidate? Do you vote for the services that you want for yourself? Why can't you think about yourself and say that I am voting this guy because he's going to sort part of my problem? is going to fix the roads for me, is going to fix the water problem that we have in the area. I mean, why unapiga kura aje now? Because right now we have got you know new alliances forming. The youths are also rising. They are rising on issues. Hao vijana uliona walikuwa wana rise juu ya nini? Yeah, juu ya finance bill. Yeah. So in 2027 the issues are there. The issues are there that will bring again these youths together. Yeah. Again, the story of justice for the victims of police brutality. I don't know where that story went. The decorated Law Society of Kenya chair lady, ameenda michini. Ameenda michini. So that's why people were fighting that these atoke nje kwa serikali, but sasa alienda vile aliingia kwa serikali. Unakwambia serikali ni tamu, ukishaingia ulambishwe. Story imeisha, story imeisha kaka dada huko story imeisha. Ukishakula hiyo pesa ya corruption, unataka kuikula na kuikula na kuikula kila siku. Now I don't know the Kenyan political future. Is it in the hands of you, or you will let the politicians decide what they want to do with the country? So I need you to look at the leaders who are out there, and this time around, tusipige kura na tumbo. If Ruto has done well, make sure that umempigia kura ukiangalia zile vitu amefanya, amekufanyia wewe mwenyewe na amekubadilishia maisha yako kivipi. Kama ni Matiang'i ama Maraga, angalia sera zake, what they are offering. Are they going to reshape this country into the right trajectory? Yeah, or they are going to recycle the old leaders that we used to have. So we need to to watch very, very keenly whether these old guards are going to fade away in 2027. But I think I am sure that the 2027 Parliament and Senate will surprise many people. And when you listen to politicians, they are not prepared. They are not prepared. They don't even know what is coming. By the time they are done, bana, by the time tunafika 2027, they will not know what hit them. I can tell you, take this to the bank. You'll come and tell me. I've been with you guys here, telling you the same story. That candidate X is going to lose the election. And to my word, they lose election. So keep on. Right now, I can't really predict who is going to win in 2027 because the opposition is giving me a lot of mixed signals that they are not going to unite. But if they unite and they come up with a candidate, a candidate, the number two will matter very much in the elections that is coming in 2027 for the opposition. You know why I'm saying this? I want you to picture a scenario where we have Kalonzo Musyoka as a presidential candidate and the running mate is Babu Owino. Have you ever pictured that? Then I also want you to picture a scenario where we have Edwin Sifuna as a running mate to Fred Matiang'i or Maraga. Have you ever, are you guys visualizing these scenarios and what it will cause in the political arena, or they will be dubbed as non-starters. But let me tell you, the Kenyans will rally behind anything new in 2027, so long as the opposition are united. Mimi naambia ukweli. So in the next 2 years, uh, we will have to test their patience. These opposition leaders will have to test their patience. Wale wanataka kuingia kwa serikali, by next year tutakuwa tunajua wamenunuliwa. So it will be their democratic right. But so far, I am convinced that Kalonzo will remain in the opposition. But I'm also convinced that Ruto only needs Kalonzo Musyoka in his camp to win in 2027. So if it is Kubomoa Bank for Kalonzo Musyoka, Ruto will do it. Does Gachagua stand a chance in winning in 2027? Wakikuyu Wasapere, please, Gachagua, go slowly. You can be the kingmaker, but you cannot be the president this time round. The moment your name appears on that ballot, that Ruto will win the election. And I believe that many Kenyans also feel that the ping pong game between Kikuyus and Kalenjins must come to an end at some point. So we strongly believe that hiyo game inachezwa ya tunapatia huyu kidogo, tunapatia huyu, hapana. It has to end. It has to end. It has to end. And it will end with these elections. So Kenya is not just watching. We are ready. We are ready to make the changes. And if we cannot make the changes for the presidency, then we are going to make the changes in the Senate and in Parliament, because we need leaders who can legislate, who will not be coerced, you know. So from the corridors of power, now there are voices in the streets in country, in our country, Kenya, and there's a possibility that there will be tension in 2027. But here we will continue to follow every twist and turn of politics. Ikipiga kona tuko nao until we find a solution. So stay informed as usual, stay engaged, and stay hopeful that there will be a better tomorrow for Kenyans once we get good representation way down from your MCA pale mashinani, to your MP, to your senator, to your women rep, and to your governor, and to the presidency. We need to overhaul the old system. The old system of Kenyan politics is corrupt, very, very corrupt. And everybody, if you look at the number of lawyers who will be vying for 2027, yeah, ndio utajua kuna ukora. If you look at the people who are going to fold their careers and join politics in 2027, then you'll know that there is money in politics. Now, we need a system called social justice that we don't have politicians earning so much, yet the rest of us are earning very little. The gap is too wide. The gap is too wide. These people are taking home a lot of money, yet they are not delivering for the people of Kenya. And the salaries for civil servants is very, very little. This is where the problem is, and people are not talking about it. The problem sometimes I look at it. Yes, Ruto could be having some of his problems, but the problem in this country is that salaries and remuneration commission that keeps on. They wake up today, kesho utasikia they've added MPs, senators na nani salaries, yet the rest of us hakuna mshahara mnaongezewa. So you wonder when you go to buy that packet of unga ya sijui kama ni ya MP yake ni bei tofauti na yako. Hebu jiulize hiyo swali. Somebody is earning 2 million, then anapatiwa nyumba, anapatiwa gari, anapatiwa mafuta, anapewa pesa ya kukaa mm? Analipwa kuenda kazini, analipwa kuenda kazini. Wewe unang'ang'ana matatu, mara umepanda train, umesimama juu ya huko train huko, sembuse uanguke chini Lakini hawa wanapatiwa magari, wanapewa grants, enda ununue gari kule niko senator wakwambia hii ni maajabu. Senator wa huku maseneta so wanatoka mahali mbalimbali kuja kulegislate, pengine ni Washington DC. Hawa jamaa wana rent nyumba apartment ya bedroom mbili tu, uko na room yako, mimi na room yangu, na hiyo nyumba wana share cost, na wanaishi hapo, wanajipikia hapo, na ni watu wa kawaida. Utampata tu anatembea kwa street, mtu wa kawaida tu, lakini ikifika wakati wa recess wanaenda makwao, mahali ako na nyumba na mahali ana legislate. Kama ni senator anaenda kwa state yake. Ingekuwa ni wale wetu wa Kenya, umekuja pale Nairobi, kitu ya kwanza tunapewa nyumba. Hapa wapewe nyumba, mortgage ukitaka ya nyumba enda kwa bank na payslip yako, usikie uchungu wa kulipa hiyo mortgage kama Wakenya wengine. You need to feel that pain. It's in order to make the changes in the housing sector. So if you are not feeling the pain and you're the one who is supposed to make the laws, then we are not going anywhere. Lazima usikie uchungu wa kulipa hiyo mortgage. Kama unapewa bure na we ni kiongozi, unapewa mortgage, unapewa gari, na wale wengine wanaambiwa hii deduction utadidaktiwa for so many years, hii gari unaenda kuchukua. Everybody needs to feel the pinch of the economy. Iwe wewe ni mwalimu, iwe wewe ni daktari, iwe wewe ni mwanasiasa, you need to feel the pinch so that you can make the changes that we want in our society. Bila hiyo hakuna mahali tunaenda wa Kenya. lazima hao watu wasikie ile uchungu wa kulipa na uchungu wa kukatwa mshahara. So ukipata our leaders wamekatwa mshahara ni on their personal development projects ile wako nazo. Personal development, mtu anajenga, mtu ameenda akanunua nyumba ya 200 million or 100 million, yeah, and some of them are even paying hizo manyumba cash. Ukiona CDF wamekwamilia ati wataki CDF ikuwe managed hata na nini, kitu ya maajabu. Guys, listen to this please, usitoke kabla usikie hiyo, and make sure that you subscribe. This is one of the most important things that I will say tonight. Nimesema zile muhimu, but this is one of the most important things. John Mbadi the CS sahi yuko kotini na magavana. Unajua ni kwa sababu gani? Ati governor hawataki system ya procurement iweze kuwa accessible to everybody. Yani wewe ukiwa kule Kilifi, ukiwa kule Busia, you can procure something ya county, uangalie ni tenders gani zinakuja, you bid, and everybody else can log in and see that wewe mzalendo ndiye alishinda ile tenda, ama ni kampuni yangu ndiye alishinda ile tenda. Ati magavana hawataki hiyo. Mimi nakwambia Kenya watu ni wezi. These are thieves. And I don't know the judge who is going to listen to that. That judge, tafadhali, just throw that thing out. Just wambie this is nonsense. You can't listen to such a stupid thing. Ati governors, ati wanataka independence, but they don't want accountability and they don't want transparency. Now, Party again is telling them that all your workers, I can pay them directly from treasury. Instead of kuwatumia hiyo pesa ati mnawalipa, mimi nitakuwa nikiwalipa. They also don't want that. Swale alikuwa anasema, anaitwa Swale, ule jamaa sijui anaitwa Swale ama nani. Tafakari hayo. Ati gavana anakuambia ati yeye ataki watu wajue ni nani amepata tenda, so nani anatengeneza hii barabara na nani anatengeneza hii shule, because each and every in that system everybody can log in and see. If you don't want to do business with the county, you just bid, then you see, hey, hii kampuni mbona inapewa makandarasi mingi sana hivi kushinda wale wengine. Then we get to know who these people are, who these millionaires are. Then we want to also know how to tenderpreneurs ni kina nani. Until now, that matter is in court. Here in Africa, we will follow up that story. Ni tuambie imefika wapi hiyo treasury of Kenya versus the governors. I don't know. I don't know. Sasa watakuwa wanajitetea aje? Sisi hatutaki kuwa transparent, or I don't know. I mean, that is one of the most brilliant things that Mbadi is trying to implement kule treasury, and kudos to Mbadi. That is, whatever he had thought about that to make sure that there is accountability in the county governments, that is a plus. Kitu kama ni mzuri unasema ni mzuri, but magavana wamekataa. Hiyo matter is in court right now. And I think it will drag all the way. It will be dragged all the way to the Supreme Court. All the way to the Supreme Court. So I am telling you, Kenya kuna wezi na hawana aibu. Mi nakwambia, these guys, they don't really care. They don't really care ati mtasema mtasema nini, mtasema nini ati juu ya nini. Mimi nakuambia hawa jamaa, they don't care about mambo ya ati kina nani ati kina mzalendo. They don't really care. All they want is to accumulate enough wealth. Pesa ndio nataka. Wanataka pesa. Thank you, Obuya, for tuning in. Dennis Omwenga, Ma'am Odinga, thank you for tuning on to Afrique. Larry, thank you very, very, very much for tuning on. And all those who have been watching from Afrique X pages, asanteni sana. Hey, mwenye watu wa X bana, mumejaa pale. Let me see who is these people who are watching on X. Ni kina nani wana watch for Africa on X? I want to see who they are. And give you a shout out to those who are watching us on X. This has been a very, very wonderful show, very informative. And if you have not subscribed and you're watching us on the X platform, please, definitely make sure that uchukue tu nafasi kidogo and subscribe on Afrique. We'll be able to bring for you some of these interesting stories and observations that we are seeing happening in our country. Because you see, I mean, if we don't fight for this country, the soul of this country, nakwambia tutawachwa na madeni. Juu hao wazee kina sisi tunaenda nyumbani bana. Tuko karibu kumaliza. So saizi tunawachia vijana. Wanawachia vijana uongozi. Na vijana wako tayari na wamemakinika. They are ready to take over from us. So let us give them the backing that they need so that tuweze kuona the generation itafanya nini katika uongozi. You know, I want to log in to see my friends who are watching me on X platform. Niwaweze kuona kwa sababu ni muhimu niwaone pale. Yes. Ni wengi. Afrique. Thank you guys for tuning in, and you know, all right, I can see everybody now, Anifa, Nani, everybody who is just tuned in on Afrique 24. Karibuni sana, and thanks very much. 74 people are watching this on X. Please leave a comment there. I'll be able now to read your comments here on StreamYard. Karibu sana. Thank you very much. Thank you for being part of this broadcast this morning, and I hope that you'll have a good week ahead. You know, kama kawaida, tell me anything. Sisi kama team Arsenal, we are on top of the league, and we are okay where we are at the moment. we are on top of the league. So if you are a new fan, hii weekend imekuwa ni mbovu sana kwenyu. And again, we have a program here called Dimba la Africa that these young people analyze football. So please make sure that you also be part of the Africa family. Yeah, kuna kila kitu bana hapa. And if you've got a story that you want to share that is of human interest, tafadhali make a point of reaching out. And if you think that you are a good analyst, and I think many of you are good analysts and a better analysts than myself, please come on board. Kuwe hapa. Give me a shout. Email yangu ni, let me give you my email. Tumia Rafa email ndio tuweze tuwasiliane. Uniambie bana, hey Zalendo man, I really want to be part of Africa. I really want to analyze politics. Yeah, we need many people to come on board so that we have some nice stories and we have some concrete analysis from Kenyans out there. So please email me Africa, let me post it for you out there. africd24@gmail.com. Yeah. So that's my email. Please email us on d24hours@gmail.com. Please email na tuweze kuwasiliana, na we'll give you other contacts tuone vile tunaweza saidiana. If you've got a story that you'd like to share, please kuja. Kama kuna story kali, come on board. We sit down, we see how we can cover those stories. If you've got something interesting, kicheko kinini, this is a platform to be. But most importantly, remember that country first. We are fighting for the soul of our country. We love our country very much. Hatutaki kuchukua nchi na vita, unataka kuchukua nchi na kura. So kama hujachukua kura, ikuwa ukule sehemu za Rift Valley, you've not taken your vote, make sure that you take your vote. The vote is your voice. If you are in Nyanza na hujachukua kura, make sure that umechukua hiyo kura na umejihami. Hiyo ndio silaha uko nayo in 2027 to send that MP who is not doing his job, to send that MCA who has been parading you for handouts. Send them home because they don't know their job. If you got a woman rep who is not doing her job, tuma nyumbani. If you got a senator ule kazi yake ni kuchukua tu views on social media or to participate on those investigations and no outcome, tuma hao nyumbani. We need outcomes in those investigations, and we need prosecution to governors who are stealing money left, right and center. Wafungwe ndio ikuwe example kwa wale wetu wengine. Kama CDF iko mismanaged, please hiyo pesa uangalie. A lifestyle, Mr. President, you need to do a lifestyle audit of all the civil servants. Wale wanafanya kazi kwa ofisi yako, wale wanafanya kazi mahali yoyote, wale wana ma-MP, wale wanaingia ma-CSS wako, waangalie kama hii muda kidogo kina Wandae, kina nani, wale wameingia juzi na nani, wale wamekuwa pale wameaccumulate wealth namna gani, pesa hizi zote wametoa wapi? Kwa sababu hakuna biashara wanafanya. Biashara ile wanafanya ni mdomo na kuongea tu. So pesa wanatoa wapi? Angalia, tunajua wale wabunge wanafanya biashara, tunajua wale wafanyi biashara, tunajua wale ma psycho fans kazi yao ni siasa tu, na kusema 2 term ama wale wa 1 term. We want to know, we want to see their lifestyle. We want to audit them and see that hawajakuwa wakituibia sisi kama Wakenya na wengineo. Now, to the ODM fraternity, what we argue is that please, to avoid a lot of speculation on Baba's health, make sure that mmetupatia habari kamili. To avoid a speculation on this mzee's health, make sure that mnatupatia the right information when somebody is sick or when somebody is not feeling well. And this is a public figure, and that is why people are concerned. Make sure that mnatupatia tu habari yenyewe. Mzee alienda kuangaliwa pressure kidogo sasa, but yuko salama and atarejea kwa ulingo wa siasa very soon. That does not warrant you to send a letter accusing and abusing the opposition leaders. No. Hapo Dennis, that was so low of you, very low. But I liked the way the Wiper Party responded to your letter. It was more mature. You can look in between those 2 letters and see who is really making sense. But if you are covering up on the situation of somebody's health, I don't think it's right. So we need to know. We demand to know. Na sio tafadhali. Baba is a public figure. We really want to know where he is. And Baba, if you are listening to Africa 24, njoo pia utugotee, utuambie nimerudi. Yep, I think that would be very important to come at the whole situation. I remember there was a time that Kibaki got into power, akapotea. Jamaa aliingia kwa power na akapotea. Watu wajui Kibaki yako wapi. Ako wapi? But ilibidi atokelezee mahali aongee, ndio inchi ikatulia kidogo. Baba is not just your usual politician. Akipotea, people will talk. So musidhani ati watu wampendi wakuongea juu. Ni vile watu wanampenda, people are concerned, people want to know about his health, not watu wale wanamwangalia in terms of malice. People want to know whether Baba is doing fine. So that is very important for us who follow Raila Odinga. Yeah. And for others who, for any other reason, maybe business partners, maybe family, they would want to know that, msiwashtue sana. So hizi vitu lazima tuangalie kwa makini. Ama aje? Yep. So with that, I think I want to say thank you very much once again for tuning on to Africa 24. I have had some very nice company from our viewers from Access. Thank you very much. I just make a point of going to our YouTube page on Africa 24 and you subscribe so that next time we can be having a chat as we continue with this conversation. Otherwise, this has been 60 minutes and see you next time, same time here on Africa 24. And remember, stay safe, stay focused, and make sure that umechukua kura kama wewe ni Gen Z. Na kama ulipoteza, kama unataka kubadilisha kura yako pia, wakati ni sasa. Nenda ubadilishe kura yako. Kwa sababu kura yako iko na maji, iko na elimu, iko na barabara, iko na viwanda. Yeah. Na hiyo yote tunaweza pata tukichagua viongozi wale bora zaidi. Otherwise, asanteni sana na muwe